Oh no, it's not put us up.
Hey.
There we go. Oh, what the? There we go. Come out of that. 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Just checking there's no echo. Oh. No. I need to find a way of coming out of this. Never mind. I'll just do that. There we go. Hey, John.
Hi.
How are you? You're looking very confused.
Good. Trying to work out. I can't see how I can change my name. I've got Scarmolding Twins there twice, but
if you go into settings at the bottom,
not there. I've got camera, audio, visual effects, and hotkeys. Oh,
or I can change it for you.
Thank you.
Edit name and headline. There we go. It's nice to see your whole head not looking like a DJ now. It feels a bit strange.
How's the audio with a clip mic? Is that all right?
Yeah, it's not bad actually. Pretty good.
Okay.
It's a little bit muffled, but it's what you'd expect from a lapel mic. So
1, 2.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. I'll try this button. Do you automatically adjust mic volume? Is that better or worse?
It's fine. It's nice and clear.
Okay. I'll just leave it there. All right.
Cool.
All right.
Hey. Right. Hello and welcome to the Lysander build. Obviously, we've got no Mr. Morris for today because obviously due to family bereavement, he's taking some time off, which is fine. And we wish him all the best. Yeah, so you're stuck with me and John today. As you can tell, it's all going so well so far.
Peachy, just peachy.
Yeah. How's your week been?
Good. I finished a model.
Ooh.
An hour ago. What's that?
Wow. Let's see.
Let's see, the Bristol Fighter I've been working with. That one. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, like that. Oh, I changed camera. So, yeah, this is the Edward 48 scale Bristol Fighter F2B. It's the weekend edition, so no photo etch on this one, but you don't really need it. In fact, looking at the photo etch, it does come with it. Most of it's to do with bomb racks and stuff like that, so it wasn't really worthwhile anyway. But there we go. It's all that. Oh, it's come up all right, I reckon.
Yeah. It looks lovely, that. Well done. I love the woodwork on the prop as well.
Yeah, and a little tiny prop down there, a little fuel pump. And all the interplane struts as well, of course. Yeah,
you're doing a good job. But we expect nothing less from you. So.
I didn't drop it once. Amazing.
Ah.
I dropped it twice. No, I didn't. No, it was all very, very good.
Yeah. I must apologise for Tuesday as well, with it being so last minute. Things at home haven't been too great with Kay's mental health at the minute.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's led to me having to make some tough decisions.
Yeah, bit of a bugger that. Oh well.
Yeah, one of which is unfortunately modders had to step away from the channel things. So yeah, that's why things will be a little bit chaotic with intros and outros now, and comments. So yeah, that's fun. Nobody's got anything wrong with it. It's just for Kay's mental health. I've got to protect her and keep it level as possible. That being said, let's crack on with the comments.
Oh.
Adam says, morning, afternoon, evening all. Remember to leave a wee like on your way in. Hi.
Joe says, okay, I went ahead and liked early, so surprise me.
Bob says, me too.
Actually, Joe says, good morning, afternoon, evening to all in chat. Especialmente our host and Senorita Tiff. Oh.
Should have explained that a bit quicker. Bob says, third.
Trevor says, hi, chaps, from sunny Polgate.
Can I just say as well, that's the first time I've ever seen anyone happy to be in third place.
Where is Polgate?
Not entirely sure. I can Google it.
And James is in. He says, hello, are they late? Yes, we were about 2 minutes. I put a post on Skull Modelling Twins on Facebook, and I was taken because I was on my phone. There's one finger typing instead of doing it on the actual keypad on the computer, so it took a little bit longer.
Were you doing dad typing?
I'm not a double thumber. Like, I tend to just do the one finger.
So it's just north of Eastbourne on the south coast of England. Speaking of which, happy St. George's Day, English people.
Oh. Let's see. St. George's Day is the Scout's birthday.
There we go. Jim says, good morning. Happy St. George's Day to all of the United Kingdom. Only England, mate. Not the United Kingdom. We have Dewi Sant. And Scotland has St. Andrew. And Northern Ireland has St. Patrick.
And Ian says, hello.
And Skipping says, hello, Jimbo.
And James.
Ian says, St. George's Day, is it?
Jim says, hello to our gracious hosts.
Hello, sir. Paul says, good morning, troops. Happy St. George's Day. Today is National Day for my regiment, the Royal Regiment of Fusiliers.
Well, there you go. Jim says, greetings to all the usual suspects in the chat.
Hello. Hobby Time says, hi, guys. Hi, Hobby Time.
Paul says, OAF, AAF.
It's something to do with his regiment.
Okay.
The Fuzzy Wuzzies. Skiffin says, oh, no, I didn't know that, Mikey. Thoughts and prayers. Yeah. They did a really... I saw the video on Gary and his daughter's Facebook, and she did a really nice recording of when the hearse was coming in to the crematorium. Yeah. A fire engine escorted him because his dad was a firefighter.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then they did a guard of honor outside for him, which was lovely.
There's a bit of a pandemic of fathers sort of passing away lately. So look after yours, Mikey.
Yeah, well, we're all getting to that age now, aren't we? Where we're going to more deaths than weddings and things. More funerals than weddings. Skiffin says, John, sorry, can I ask you to reply ASAP to massage?
On it.
There you go. He's just doing dad typing, Skiffins. Don't worry. He'll be there in the next half hour.
Okay. Yep, doing it now.
Skiffin says, only a loser if fourth, Mikey.
Sussex is near Eastbourne, as you said, yes. Second question, where's Eastbourne? You said
on the very south coast of England.
Yeah, but so other places. Like, are we talking about like east or west of Portsmouth? Being Eastbourne, I'd say it'll be west. Sorry,
it's
east.
Just east of the middle of the coast.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's if
sorry,
you look directly south, if you look directly south of London and then go east a bit.
Okay.
So it's east of Portsmouth. So Portsmouth sort of central, and then Eastbourne's to the east of that. Paul says Polegate is down the road from me in Hampden near Park, Eastbourne. Yeah.
Oh, and Bob says, St. George's Day, are we going to let it drag on?
Ah.
Ah.
Joe says, John, just saw your Facebook post on the Edward kit. Beautiful.
Thank you. Bob says, I have stopped going to people's funerals because they won't bother coming to mine.
I like that.
Fair enough.
Skiffin says, southeast of London, Mikey. Yeah.
There you go. Right. Yeah, well, yeah. I'm familiar with the UK, but not totally familiar with it because it's still foreign. Jim says Eastbourne is mentioned in an episode of Faulty Towers. Okay, after rewatching it. That's funny.
Well, it wasn't somewhere I was familiar with because I've never been there. I mean, the only place I've ever been to the South Coast, Lyd on the South Coast. And that was only for pre-deployment training.
Mm-hmm.
So I was only there a week or two. Well, I've obviously been through Dover and things as well, but yeah, that's all the comments so far.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the kit then. Now, I haven't opened this since we did it 2 weeks ago.
I think I'm pretty much just caught up with you. But I kept it in a nice little box so it stays safe. Ooh. Actually, there you go. So, last night, me and Kay went to the theatre.
Saw that. Yeah, you both brushed up well.
Thank you. And one of the things we do is whenever we go to theatre to watch a concert out there, we always get the programme and we put it in a memory box because Kay's memory is not very good, so it helps her. And it's a nice little thing to have. So this is the one from the Spitfire Girls. Ooh. Obviously, it talks about the play and everything, but it also gives you a bit of history on the ATA, which is quite relevant for today, I think, because they would have flown these.
Yeah.
So some nice photos there, the ATA girls. That was Captain Jackie Mogridge, who was an ATA pilot. She was also one of the first female captains to fly a commercial airliner. And she flew in this one. She flew in a Meteor in this one and bomb. She's flying a Meteor.
Right.
So she's also one of the first ever female jet pilots. There's some more photos of them. That's the stage. Was actually pretty cool because it's actually like a raised hexagon with the Spitfire ramble in the middle of it, so that all the action took part in the middle of the stage where everyone could see it, and it sort of kept them all together. It was quite nice. Obviously, adverts, stuff about the cast. Then you get to the picture of the some poems written by ATA pilots and things. And then there was some facts about the ATA as well. So in total, there's 168 women who served as pilots in the ATA. It was formed in 1939. They flew 147 different types of aircraft. And despite the challenges, the ATA flew over 309,000 aircraft during the war, an average of 140 per day. Wow. Obviously, that's with male pilots as well, but yeah. So they flew 147 different types of aircraft. And one of the things as well is they weren't trained with radios, and they weren't allowed to carry ammunition or anything. So, and they weren't even taught instrument flight. They were only taught visual flight rules.
All right.
So they weren't allowed to fly above 2,000 feet, and they were only allowed, they had to stay above 800 feet until they were landing. So imagine sending someone open a plane and not teach them how to fly by instruments when they're going to be flying so many different aircraft
Bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, especially in British weather.
That wouldn't fly these days.
No.
Right.
Skiffin says, "Thanks, John."
No worries.
And Ian says, "Bob, I like that comment regarding funerals. Made me chuckle."
That's good.
And he says, "Ian, I'm trying. Lord knows I'm trying." Cool. Right, let's get on with the Lysander. I can move this back closer now. There we go. Not too close. So, yeah. I left that up. I can always zoom that in. There we go. I do miss Mr. Morris.
Yeah.
There you go. I've painted. I just need to paint these. Painted everything green. I just need to paint the seats and stuff.
I think I'm going to have a reassessment of how I'm going to paint this, because I was going to sort of just follow the instructions and have it interior green and whatnot. But I was also been thinking about having say the doped panels, pink on the inside.
Yeah.
But I'll grab my iPad. I'll just mute my mic for a sec. Just give me a moment.
So, if I get those right. I just knocked my microphone. So we've got 22 people watching. How are we doing, everyone? Anyway, what's everyone been working on this week whilst I've been having a break from me? Julian is in. He says, "Afternoon all." Hello, Julian. Oh yeah, I forgot as well. Obviously, we did the first episode of this 3 weeks ago now, and I didn't realize. I forgot at the time, but I remembered after the show. I've actually got a decal set for the Lysander, sent to me by Waitrose, which is very kind of him. There we go.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed that. It was a. Sorry, it's a camouflage set, is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Should make things a bit easier.
Yeah, I was just, because mine, the scheme I'm going to go for, there is a camouflage set available for it, but
yeah,
it's fairly straightforward. I mean, if I can't just paint that, so I'll just do it with blue tack and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, luckily, this is the scheme I wanted to do anyway.
Yeah.
The colour scheme and everything. So
very cool.
That's worked out quite nicely. Tim says, "Not too shabby, working on swordfish." Well, if you want to come up on here and work on it with us, Tim, you're more than welcome. Ian's a new member.
Oh, bugger.
I think he might have renewed his membership. Or
when you look at photos, you can see things that you can't see otherwise.
Yes.
So that's the tail of the thing I've just built. But oh dear, I've got a bit of elastic sort of. Yeah. Oh, I have to redo that. Oh well.
Yeah, blimey.
Oh.
Trevor says, just back from a week in Greece building the Qatari BF 109K. Lovely.
Oh. So you cover yourself in grease to build a model kit. That's interesting.
Ooh. Sounds slippery. Paul says, "Tonight I'm continuing with the 1/350th HMS Belfast 1942 model kits." He got shown around the engine room with that. Put some good photos up in Discord.
Oh, so this is what I was thinking about. So this is a picture of Lysander with the side panels removed.
Yes.
And there's quite a lot of differences with color palette. So this will be, I'm not even sure where this one is. I'm not even sure where this is. It could be Canada. I don't know. But the fuel tanks here are like part green.
Aha, I got it right. That's actually about the right green that I did as well.
Right. And the rest of the frame is, silver, but the top half, the ones you can see, are the British interior green. So I'm thinking I might do that. Have like the bottom of the frame silver, the top the interior green, and then the inside of the
just like the
fuselage, like the light pink, the reverse of the dope.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll go for. I'll see if I can do that with the side panels in place. You get the idea.
Yeah.
There was a purchase made today.
Ooh, a purchase.
Well, yeah, so two things. It's a set of 10 tweezers from Icky Sticky and that kit. A Sherman. It's a M4A3 Sherman with 2 resin figures and a whole heap of photo etch by Meng.
Oh, that's cool.
It is.
I have a Sherman to do at some point.
So I sort of had to because it was so I had an Easter sale on a Hobbyco.
Yeah,
25% off that kit, but then it was also a 10% off for making up a new account. So 35% discount, free postage. I thought, oh, you know what? Just committed.
Why the hell not? Ian says, afternoon, Julian. I was about to light the bat signal, but it's daylight. Jim says, dealing with a dog that has torn knee ligaments. Poor Pooch is depressed because he can't run and chase squirrels and rabbits. Surgery is set for the 5th of May.
Huh.
Oh, poor doggy.
You'll be pleased to know, Jim, that dogs in Australia can't chase squirrels, but they can chase a whole heap of rabbits.
And snakes. And spiders.
No, I try not to get near snakes. I don't like it.
Yeah. Don't blame them. Horrible creatures. Joe says, I once again opened up my Tacom Tiger 1 early command Tiger, the one I screwed up the tracks. What the hell? I will finish it. It's not winning a prize, but I'm no quitter. Good man. That's what we always say on here. There's no such thing as a bad kit as long as you don't give up on it. It's just a challenging kit. Jim, got back to work over the weekend painting my Key 100 for my 48 project.
Nice.
Julian, if you neglect taping something, then show me said tape still on the desk as evidence. It's evidence of nothing except you're a bloody idiot and me not being gullible. Okay. I think Julian's gone crazy. Joe said it must be the lack of oxygen up there.
Clearly. Flying
through the air. The greatest of ease. It's the man on the trapeze. Joe says, Jim, hope your dog gets better. Good luck to you also. Yes. Ian, I'm having phone issues. I'm not doing the auto review for the foreseeable, just doing it manually. Fair point. Fair enough. I appreciate you doing it, buddy. Julian says, Ian, in my case, it should be batty signal. Steady on. Can't be saying stuff like that, old boy. It's just a giant picture of a butt in the back, in the air. Ian's laughing at Julian. I think Ian got the same angle as I did. Joe says, Jim, set the dog down and you go out and chase birds and squirrels. Great exercise too. I can imagine Jim doing that. It would be funny. Matthew says, afternoon, everyone. Hello, Matthew. Ooh, Matthew. Matthew's got a webcam now, so he may join us on Monday panels, which would be nice. It's always nice to make new friends. Paul says, this week I officially started training for the London to Brighton off-road bike ride in September. 62 miles off-road. Rather you than me, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't think my legs could cope with it these days. Well, I don't think my legs could ever cope with that distance, but Jim says I've got worse knee than the dog. Well, there's no hope for you. If it's a big dog, you can always just sort of lean on the dog, and the dog can lean on you as you walk around. Between you, you maybe have 4 usable legs, if you're lucky. We got 23 people watching and 13 likes so far, which is pretty cool. Right. Considering I've not even done anything yet. Joe says, Paul, can you wear a GoPro? Record it so we can join and not sweat or bleed. Yeah. Record it on a GoPro and stick it on YouTube, buddy. Skiffin says, I really hate the county council, so I had to parking in the loading bay outside the post office when sending the parcel from the 4848. I got parking fine. Oh. Well, that's unfair. But rules is rules. Adam says, and here's me making doner kebab pie. Ew. Sounds interesting. As you can tell, I'm not a big fan of doner kebab. Jim says, good luck, Paul. I know you can do it. I rode 60+ miles a few times. Not that long of a distance. No, not at all. It's only like from here to Manchester. Not long at all. Skiffin says, I appealed stating I was delivering 40 parcels and I'm disabled. Just had a reply. Due to the fact I was not driving a lorry, it's not a delivery. Yes.
Wow. Okay. But what if that makes no sense? So what if you were, say, an Uber driver, say DoorDash or something like that? That's a delivery and it's not a lorry.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not my country,
weird.
not my monkeys.
Yeah, the way they do it's weird. Paul says there are videos on YouTube from previous years. It's nothing stopping you doing it then. Giving your commentary and your points of view as you're going along the way. Skiffin says still the same, mate. Yeah. So if it's a transit van, work for a company or a lorry or something, then yeah, you can use them. But if it's just a car, then no. Julian says, does Donna know about the planned pie, Sweeney Todd? Skiffin says, money-making exercise, that's all. Yeah.
Yeah,
some councils are a little bit more lenient with it, but that's the rules in general. Paul says, a mate of mine is doing it on a BMX in a dinosaur costume. Wow. See, if you don't do a video about it, we wouldn't see that. Right. Time to paint things, I think. I'll paint that little seat first. Let's go for a leather brown. If I can find it. There it is. Oh. Skiffin says, told them I will see them in court. They can go and... June says, post an image on Discord in channel fan art of the bat signal with a wheelchair. As long as it's not a batty signal. Because that's just weird. Channel fan art. I like it. Okay, see if
I'm just spending a lot of time looking at the plans, just because I've got to not only add the Edward stuff to it, but the special hobby stuff. So I'm just coming up with a plan.
There you go, John.
Holy crap. Awesome.
Well done, Julian. What he's not saying is that's actually just the spotlight following him across the sky after he'd been launched out of the pool. Paul, I'm still eating birthday cake for my son's birthday on Monday. That's the fun with stuff like birthday cake. You end up eating it for bloody days on end, don't you? Because nobody ever eats as much as you think they're going to eat. Skip says, is that a signal using ringly stickings? Ian says, I could probably ride 60 miles, but it'd have to be a loop. I ain't riding A to B for no one and back again. Yeah, see, that's another thing. I don't see the point of riding like miles in a straight line and then having to do the same back again. Unless, of course, if you've got a car waiting for you at the other end. Paintbrush. Let's see. June says, oh, good grief. Now I have an image of Nora Batty's wrinkled stockings in Searchlight Beam. This cannot be good. When you said Batty, I was thinking more in the Ali G context. Maybe signal for a booty call or something. Ian's laughing at Julian. And Julian says, never seen Ali G, so that reference escapes me, Mikey. He uses the word batty as a slang for bottom. I remember I think it's my 14th birthday. My dad, it didn't please my mum very much, but my dad got me from birthday. He got me a book called The Gospel According to Ali G. Because me and my dad used to sit and watch Ali G on Friday night. So yeah, that was quite funny. Because it was it's like the 10 Commandments according to Ali G and stuff like that. Julian says, ponders Google Gemini and a searchlight beam with a pair of buttocks in the beam. Thinks better of it. Yeah, see, that's what I had in my head when he said a batty light. That's why I was a little bit concerned. Because you could have created an interesting search history with it. What are we doing? So what you might notice me doing now, obviously, because I'm having to do the chat ourselves and things, is I might not always put comments up on the screen. I might just read them out sometimes.
Yeah.
Just otherwise, I'll never get anything done. Especially when we've got busy days when we've got a busy chat and things. Jim says, missed most of Gary Stuff live stream Tuesday. Who won and what was the mystery box? The mystery box was a card air traffic control tower, World War II air traffic control tower. Like a flat pack one.
Oh, okay.
So that was pretty cool. As for who won it, I can't remember. I struggle to remember the names because they're not names I say every day. Like
Yeah, sure.
with you guys in chat.
So what brand was that? Was that Metcalf or something?
I can't remember, to be honest. I'll have to go back and have a look. But yeah, it was a really cool kit. It looks like it's going to be really nice when it's done. Joe says, am I right in thinking all Airfix kits with a bomber or light bomber have an Elson toilet modelled? Only if they had one, I imagine. Not all of them had one.
I don't know. I know. No, I'm not even sure. I know the Hampden does because it's on the model I've done. I know the Lancaster does. Wellington, I guess. But Mosquito, no.
Yeah. I imagine the Sterling would as well. Maybe. And the Catalina.
So.
There we go. It was Martin Baggett that won it. Julian says he missed it too. Martin won it and donated the kit to M4H. Nice one.
Well done.
Yeah, well done, Martin. I need to put the tray table on. Well, I need to do that after I put the sides on. So, what needs to go on the bloody sides? That's not that one. That one. Okay. I need to cut them bits off. Jim says, thank you, Julian. Good man, Martin. Yeah. I think it's sort of become the general accepted rule now, isn't it? With Nick's Countdown Conundrum, or Nick's Conundrum. Countdown Conundrum, that's a bloody game show on telly. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't worry too much about having not painted the contact points on the internal frame because you're not going to bloody see it anyway, am I? Once it's done.
Yeah,
one thing I do like is, on the internal frame, the holes where they connect to the bottom, they're actually really strong considering how thin they are.
Yeah.
When you cut them off the sprue, they don't just collapse.
That's right. The plastic's really good. Plus, I like the fact that the pins that hold the side frames on also locate where they go into the fuselage halves. You got that hole down there, and and that line, so the frame fits there, nowhere else. I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah, pretty clever.
Very.
Julian says, should have said all bombers were where crew could even use a loo. Probably why the Mozzie has no Elson. Yeah,
No, it's no room.
You. D37.
With 2 seats side by side, nowhere else to go.
Oh, shit. Correct.
So, yeah, that would be uncomfortable. I guess what you'd stare into your co-pilot's eyes or your navigator's eyes as you're touching cotton. That would be, yeah, uncool.
God damn it. The masking set's just fallen out of the box and I can't see it. My God. I don't want to roll over with my chair or anything. Where the hell is that from? Well, this is just weird.
All right.
Okay, that's really weird.
What's happened? You lost a part or something?
No, when I'm working, I have a trolley with 3 shelves on it next to me, and I put the box on top of it. And I just went to get a sprue out of the box, and the masking set was on top, and I knocked it, and it fell out. Ah, there it is. That's mad. And it had fallen down obviously between me and the trolley, but it landed upright like that in one of the in the second shelf, between the shelf and the box that's in the shelf. Literally, the gap is that narrow. I can only just get my fingers in the gap between the two, and it just landed perfectly in there. So I couldn't see where it was. Crazy. Let's see. Julian says, no idea at all why I missed Weight Roses live. Extreme brain fart is all I can blame it on. Also, I goofed and had the wrong date. Yeah, so from now on, well, for the time being, all of Gary's live streams are going to be on Tuesdays, except from his members live stream, like his modeling club live stream. That'll be on a Thursday, but the normal live streams are going to be on Tuesdays now. Joe says, oh goody, wife just informed me that we're getting a large load of garden dirt delivered this afternoon. Fun times, son of a... Matthew, Mosquito was too fast for the need of a loo. They could do 4 missions a night. Bloody hell. Joe, I told her I was tired of this shit and I had to finally put my foot down. She said, you can put your foot down on the shovel later. Son of a... Julian, Joe reminds me of my dad. After he died, Mum... What? After he died, Mum found some of his diaries. One Mother's Day, he had bouquet of flowers delivered. In the AM, PM entry, half ton of chippings delivered. And Jim sent me a message. Okay, I shall read it now, Jim.
Right. It's frame D. It's B. SD.
I've just replied to you, Jim. How are we doing? Right. Julian, is that every Tuesday or just the monthly Tuesday streams, Mikey? That's just the monthly. No, that's the first. It's not going to be the first Thursday and third Tuesday anymore. It's going to be first Tuesday, third Tuesday. That's what I mean. His normal live streams are all going to be on a Tuesday now. Just to make things a bit simpler.
Yeah. All right.
All right, D37. D37. Come on, brain. Where's D37?
It's just above where the big D is.
Correct. Oh, it's a control panel thing.
Yeah, it's looks like relays and contactors.
Well, I should have primed that, shouldn't I? Dumbass.
Well, mine's going to be covered with like that part there replaces D37.
Yeah.
But then I've got these are the relays that I need to sort of fold up out of PE and attach them. But I'm looking at order of doing things because before I can proceed with that, I need to paint these. So I might need to step away for a moment and get that done.
Yeah. That's fine. We'll let you off.
Proceed. I'm just trying to work out, like being an SD version that I'm going for, there's parts that I don't fit. So I'm just trying to work out, because I don't have any photos of the rear compartment of an SD.
Yeah.
I'll just, obviously the gunner's seat has been replaced by that, bench, I guess.
Yeah.
But there's also like the map table on top of the fuel tank won't be fitted because I'll have an oil tank on top of the fuel tank.
Yeah. Julian says, okay, I'll read those spreadsheets later on my Google Calendar. Cool. Skiffington says, oh, Mikey, I'll be setting up streams shortly in a 3-week cycle. This will be updated this week. Nice. Make sure to put it up in the Discord, buddy, in the channel links bit. Well, the channel links, video links, when you've set them up. That way, everyone on the channel will know, or everyone who's on the Discord. Paul says, I've somehow lost the pack of new shelf brackets. Oh, that's not good.
Sorry, what's that? Lost the what?
Pack of shelf brackets.
Oh, can't help you there.
That's cool. So, the little bit of like sprue bit there that's left over from production.
Yeah.
On the back of D37, it actually tells you to cut it off.
Yeah.
That's good, isn't it? They don't normally do that. Normally you have to figure out if it's meant to be there or not.
Yeah, so I did the same at the bottom of the fuel tank. Even though it doesn't foul on anything, I'll get rid of him. Because you can't see him anyway.
Yeah.
But, how will I paint that? It says
Skipping says, oh, I will do indeed, but also remember we have a live roundtable this weekend, don't we, John?
We do. I shall be there. So, so Saturday here is Anzac Day.
Oh, yeah.
And then Sunday, I'm getting up early again. I got 2 dawn services in a row.
Oh, no.
One for the actual dawn service here and one with James. And
there we go. Oh, nice. That just fits in perfect.
Which bit? D37?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic. I tell you what, I'm really impressed with this kit so far.
Yeah, as am I. Seems wonderful.
D67. Yeah. If this is because we had the same thing with the Sea Fury, didn't we? We were both impressed by how good the actual plastic and everything was, and the molding. I think if Airfix are going this way more, then I will probably get more Airfix kits, even if they are bloody planes. D67 helps if I have the sprue the right way up. 67 is that little tiny bit there. So yeah, the show last night was really good. Obviously, I won't tell you the storyline because I can tell John because he's not going to be able to see it because he's not going to Australia. But
as far as I know,
no, it says in the book they're going to New York next.
I've not even heard of it, so no. It's if it comes here at all, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, I mean, it should do because I think you'd love it. So that goes on to quirks. That's fiddly.
Right.
Oh, that goes on to. That goes on to there. Okay. On part. Oh no, it's all right. There's a better diagram there. That's handy. Fiddly fiddly bits. I think I'm being thick with this. So that. Have you done step 12, John?
No.
Ah.
No, I need to paint my frames before I can do any of that and do the switchboards and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about what I need to paint and stuff.
I'm just trying to figure out which way around D67 goes. I'm assuming it's that way.
Well, it's got the zoom bit on the extreme right of that step.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's give it a try. Oh, shit. Joe says, Mikey, sounds like another GoPro adventure. Captain Caveman at the theatre. Yeah. It was nice night. Adam says, this is a very purple Mustang. Oh, yeah, he's doing his Mustang, isn't he? The car. Black and purple. Jim says, Airfix hopefully will invest more into molding their own armor vehicle kits. The Ferret is an excellent example of what they're capable of. I've not got a Ferret kit. Tempted to.
I have. A friend of mine sent me one.
Ah, that was nice of them.
Yeah.
Was it the one you wanted?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, fuck. I need me tweezers. Gefel, where are you? There you go. There we go.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
There you go. Kind of. I don't know. That doesn't look right to me. I mean, not least because the fucking part's the wrong shape. That does not look right to me. What's a pound? That's because it isn't. Oh, I'm not sure about the design of this bit. There we go. That's how it goes. Oh, shit. There we go. Seems to be in the right place now. There you go. Yeah, there you go. That's right. Adam says, Mikey, you like the Saracen? I do. It's pretty cool. Quite liking the idea of doing the police version. Because I have a 124th police Range Rover.
Oh,
It's
that's
Larry to
good.
do. What have you done now, dude?
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Well, this is my my airbrush bent.
Yes. Oh, I can see what's happened. Oh, God. How the hell has that happened?
No idea.
It's just completely disintegrated, hasn't it?
Sure has. So I'm thinking once you got a little tear, it'll just keep tearing.
Yeah.
Yep. That's no good.
No. If you cut it off, is there enough to sort of still make it usable?
Yeah.
They'll at least point it towards the door. So that's better than nothing. Just have to watch it don't sort of end up with a big dark cloud next to your door, next to the door on the wall.
Right.
Might be an idea to put some glue on where it's split on the end so that it's not doesn't split anymore. Paul says, "Damn it! Well, those shelves won't be put up today." No, sir. Not without brackets. Let's see. Where are we? Ooh, we're just over an hour in. We've got 16 likes and 20 people watching. It's fairly quiet today, which isn't necessarily a bad thing with it being the first time doing it on our own without a safety net, so to speak. There you go. Plonk that in there, just like that. It's a nice positive fit on that piece.
Yeah. How bad is this?
Can't hear it, buddy. Oh, now it's quite loud. But wait, I might be able to change that. 2 seconds. Unmute you a sec. Oh, no, I can't because you've muted yourself. I might be able to get rid of it with the background noise. If you unmute yourself, John.
I don't think you can.
Let's try. It's actually not that loud now that it's settled down. Oh, maybe that is.
I was going to mute.
Okie dokie. Yeah, sorry, there's no comments to read out. Just have to listen to me waffle for a bit. Waffle, waffle, waffle. Okay. So that bit's going to go in there, which is fine, but it needs painting first. Which map should we go for? Let's see. Right. Nope, maps aren't there. Maps are in the book. A or B? Now I've just got to find the bloody things. Oh, wait. Do you cut that out? Oh, is it on the decal sheet? Yeah, man. Can't get all the decals. Nope. Nope, not on the decal sheet. Oh, yes, it is. Haha. So, should we fly over Scotland or over France? What do we reckon, people? Should our little Lizzie be flying over France or Scotland? Because if I turn that off, those are the two map options. That's France, that's Scotland. Let's have a vote. We've got one vote for Trevor from France. Two for France. Julian says, updated Nick's conundrum and Google Calendar. Now need a lie down in a dark room and a shotgun and a shovel. Not necessarily in that order. See. Matthew said France delivering SOE agents, but John's doing the SOE version. I'm doing the normal version. So mine could be either. There you go. Hold him a bit closer so you can see him better. Focus. There you go. So everyone's saying France. Okay. J'adore France. C'est magnifique. We are going to France. Oh, there you go. It's focused. knife. Matthew says Scotland delivering haggis to SOE agents in training. I like that idea. John's is delivering the SOE agents. Mine's delivering the haggis to them. I like that idea. Scotland will be an option because Scotland's where they did a lot of their training. Because it was far enough away that they weren't really going to get seen or attacked or anything. Okay, I think. Yeah, there you go. Trevor says SOE version has a ladder on the side, which is the next airfoil kit. Yeah. See, I'm not doing the SOE one. I'm doing. Oh, in fact, I probably should do the Scottish one because I'm doing the Glasgow scheme, number 309 Polish Fighter Reconnaissance Squadron, based in Glasgow, Scotland. So yeah, probably best to do that one, the Scottish map. If I give them a map for France, they might crash. I have to, can't be having that. Go to Scotland. So nothing else to go on there. So nothing else to go on the other one. Before I do that, in fact, I can do it on anyway, C3. Because I've painted it. Paul's found his brackets. Well done, Paul. Matthew says, Scottish scheme delivering haggis and iron brew to the SOE agents in Norway. Yeah. That'd be funny. Right. Question is, which way is it? It's going to go that way. Yeah, so that'll be the map reader table that way. So what I'll do is I'll put that side on. Well, that side needs painting anyway. Okay, so I've jumped ahead a little bit, but yeah, we've got the Scotland one. So I'll put that on the correct way, hopefully. Yeah. So it needs to go on that way. Yeah, because that's towards the navigator. Ian said hi to Rich. Oh, yeah. Hi, Rich. Didn't see you there, buddy. How are you doing? Paul says, I have a bit of wood to use for the base of my HMS Belfast. I hope to make it look like a piece of deck from the ship. Nice. Very cool. And Rich saying hey to Ian. Julian saying, hi, Rich. I'm upright, breathing, and if you squint, conscious. Oh, come on. There you go. So we are going for Bonnie, Scotland. And no, that is not a Jockinese porn star. That'll do. Richie said hi to Julian. Oh, did anyone see news today? Guy Martin's been banned from driving for 6 months. He's been given a driving ban. That'll annoy him. He got done for speeding twice. Well, he got done for speeding twice on the same journey on his motorbike, which means he's now up to 12 points on his license. So they've had to give him a ban. 6 months. Which, like I said, must be really annoying for him because, one, he's a HGV mechanic. Two, he loves riding his motorbike and things, and he's always driving cars and things. It's his own fault, but yeah. Teach him to speed. To be fair, one of them was only like 4 or 5 mile an hour over, but the other, he was 28 miles an hour over the limit. So there's no excuse for that. No, half a dozen miles an hour over on a motorbike, you understand that, but not 28 miles over the limit. That's just taking the piss. TVG says hi everyone as well. Hi TVG. Adam says if anyone would get banned, I'm not shocked it was him. He's a stunt guy that doesn't get paid stunt guy wages. Yeah, he does get paid TV wages though. I do like his shows, to be fair. To be fair, he's one of those guys that's naturally good at pretty much most things he turns his hands to, and he's especially when he's on TV show, whether he actually wants to do it or not, I don't know, but he's usually quite happy to get his hands dirty and just dig in with the job and stuff like that. Come on. Duke's in. He says, good day, all you beautiful people. You did a good series around Vietnam as well recently. It was good. Come on, lift your sod. Hey, there we go. Put a bit more on there. Ow, stab myself. Don't mind me, just stabbing myself a little bit. Right. I think it'd probably be closer to that edge because he'd be working on it. Right. Here's one of the ones. Yeah, now I'm Mr. Bump. Ian says, Guy will bring back his old saying, all right, driver. Yeah. He seems like a decent bloke, like. There you go. There you go. They're now flying over Jockland. Well, they will be. At the minute, they're in parts. 24 people watching. Nice. 21 likes. Oh, we're not doing too bad. Maybe my weird ramblings are actually all right, though. That's good. It's reassuring. Get rid of that. I need a drink. All right. Nope, pardon me. Okay, so I think those controls need painting. Because then I can start putting it together. Yeah, it's going to be too tight to paint if I don't. So what colour? I think panel will probably be black. Let's go for a NATO. No. Let's go for just a plain satin black, I think. And there you go, just normal black will do. Ian saying hello to TBG. And he's saying good day, Duke. Duke says, good day, Ian. So how are we doing today, people? Are people bothered by not having all the comments coming up, or do they prefer it when we put everyone's comments up? Let us know. Matthew says, wasn't there a Lysander with a tail to it, or was that some dodgy Photoshop? No, there was. There was, I can't remember what it's called, but I think it was the back end of a Lancaster bomber or something attached to the front end of the Lysander. Was that right, John?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you then. Say again.
Matthew says, wasn't there a Lysander with a tail turret? I think that was it, the Wendover.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Which, contrary to popular belief, flew actually better than the Lysander because this had an error with a tail assembly. When they replaced it, all the problems went away.
Yeah.
It didn't proceed just because it's not because it was ugly or anything else. It's literally there was no air war over Britain anymore. The requirement went away. But
Yeah.
the Weather had better blowing characteristics than the Lysander.
Nice.
It's actually a French company that had that. In fact, Teddy Pettit flew over to France in the back of, I think, one of the Lysanders.
Yeah.
And dropped in Vichy, France, and sort of had a covert clandestine meeting with that company, and they designed it, although they're under Nazi occupation.
Huh.
Good story.
Mm. There's a lot of cool stories like that from World War II, isn't there? They did a lot of crazy stuff. And it's a shame that a lot of the younger generation now are forgetting about it. Which is why it's our job to keep it in their heads, not let them forget. If they forget, then they repeat. Duke says, "Doesn't bother me, Mikey, about the comments." Joe says, "We don't need no stinking comments." Very good. That's reassuring. Joe, better news. Sun sent me a text. We are going to New Orleans PGA event Saturday, the Zurich Open, a team event. Good. I'm drinking. Good man. And let me guess, you'll be drinking Guinness if they've got it. If not, you'll be drinking, I don't know, Bud Light or something. Bud mildly alcoholic tasting. Alcoholic adjacent, I think. Would be a good name for it. What do you think, John? Oh, he's spraying. Gonna do that. Yeah. Right. Do that wheel. I'm not sure what colours to do that. Probably actually just a metal colour. Go for aluminium. Steel. Aluminium. Aluminium's fine. Joe says, badges? We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you no stinking badges. Aluminium or white? I'm going to go for white because they would have wanted to see it at night in the moonlight. Matthew says, gringo. You calling a gringo? 24 people watching. If you haven't commented yet before, don't be afraid to say hello. We might be a little weird, but we're very friendly. Adam says, I got a new wet palette that is also a brush holder and pink bottle holder. Ooh. Get you, sir. Which one did I get? I can't remember what it's called. Oh, that's it. Display one. Jim's laughing at Matthew, and Ian says, most big events I've been looking at going to won't let you in with your own food and water. What the fuck? Yeah, see, I can understand food and beer and stuff like that, but water, they shouldn't be stopping you to take water in. Because at the end of the day, you know, even if you don't buy anything, you still need to stay hydrated, especially in hot weather. Joe says, a little weird. Thanks, Joe. Rich, still need to sort my small bedroom out so I can start modelling again. Yeah. Go for it, man. If Julian can do it. Speaking of which, Julian, have you done any modelling lately? Not seeing you put anything up. There you go. How am I going to do this? Right. Cocktail stick. That might work. I just realised I'm that far away from a desk you can't see anything I'm doing. This lighting is bloody awful. There you go. A bit better. Joe says, that's nothing in. Yesterday at my golf club, they informed us that they are charging us an extra $2 to walk. What the hell? They're my effing legs and feet. Yeah, that's bizarre. Why is it? Oh, there you go. Why are they charging you that? Hobby Time says, hi, James. Hi, Hobby Time. Let's see if this works. It works enough, I think, is the answer. There we go. Rich says, haven't done any for a while. I got model kits in. Nice. Get back to it, buddy. You'll enjoy it. Jim says, Joe, to walk? What the hell? Yeah. Ian says, same here, Rich. Yeah, get back to it, guys. Might put a little dab of steel metallic under there as well. Just a little dab on that little lever. Get a bit on the cocktail stick. There you go. I've gone a little bit over on there. So put a little bit of black back in. Ooh. Not too much though. There you go. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. For scale, it'll look fine once it's inside. Joe says, they said because the cost of gasoline is up, I'm walking. Get ready, squirrel. It's what they voted for. Da squirrel. Yeah. That is weird. Unseen says, think I have two that I haven't finished yet. Oh. What are they? Do you know? TVG says, hi, Gordon. Gordon's alive? Where was I looking? Right, so that side, I think that's a seat. That side is done now, I think. I don't know what that side is actually. Or what that bit is. Never mind. Yeah, that can start going together now. Sweet. Geeks. Paul says, Costa Peteral, get a mountain bike and get fit. Well, that's the point. They're charging him for walking across the golf course. Ian says, we went to Stonehenge a few years ago, roughly 2-mile walk each way. Or pay £30 to join a year's sub to Heritage England and go on the coach. F that, I'll walk. Yeah, see, I just wouldn't go. I couldn't be bothered. That, I think, probably would have been steel, and that would be rubber, maybe. So, let's go for... rubber black with it. No, black will do. Sorry?
Painting's done, so back to the bench.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. And he says, oh, and you could get a few meters closer if you remember. Total rip-off. Yeah. Oh, look, let's pay 30-odd quid to go and look at some stones in a field.
Well, I bloody enjoy it.
How was your new and shortened hose? Did it work all right?
I guess. You can see, yeah. Now, what you see there is where it ends. I wonder if I can get a replacement. I'll find out.
Yeah.
Oh.
At least it reaches to go out the door.
Well, at least the door's where it is, so that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, mine's going to be very different from yours. I'm going to go silver all over except for the center section and the upper section. So,
yeah,
chosen bits and bobs to be interior green and other bits to be aluminium, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Different's good. It's
Difference.
boring if we both did the same. I think, in my humble opinion.
All right, so that's all that. Let's piece it together, see how it looks.
Oh no! Why did I not do that? Why did I not write down the colours? Stupid board. I'm going to assume it was probably BS green. Yeah, BS dark green, I reckon. Yeah, looks about right. Just flicked steel paint all over the nicely painted fuel tank, which is rather annoying. Yeah. Should be all right. Hopefully.
What was I?
Paul says, is it true they can't get Humboldt paints in the USA?
I believe so, but Jim would be the one that can answer that one.
Yeah.
Because the Humboldt paints, remember, have changed. The
chemical composition.
Yeah, so the early ones, of course, were enamel, so they were oil-based. Not a problem with that one, but I think the oil, they had... I'm trying to remember the name, but there's one of the ingredients was MEK, methyl ethyl ketone.
Yeah,
ketone. So that's bad. Apparently, But the same with I think was Testers paints were the same, which is why they're not on sale anymore. And there's a lot of people complaining about them not being available because that's what they remember painting as kids. But the deal is everything sort of moved on. If you could do something like, and use, say, these Vallejo things and they're not flammable and they're not, they wash out in water and there's no smell, why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah, and they're not toxic. So if your kid gets hold of it and decides to squirt it into their mouth or whatever, it's not going to make them violently ill.
But as for whether they're available in the UK, I'm not the one to answer. I do not know, my liege.
We know nothing.
Right, now let's do some photo etch. So D20, that one. I need to cut that off.
Okay. That's the fuel pipe filled, painted even. Rich says 148th Supermarine Spitfire TR9 and Churchill Mark 7. Nice. They're the two he hasn't finished yet. I was looking at the TR9 kit the other day when I was in Hobbycraft. I can't remember what I was trying to decide between. I was trying to decide between a Hurricane, Mark 1 Hurricane, which I still need to get at some point, and a Stolly, I think it was. And I couldn't decide, so I just put them both back. Joe says, Paul, I only see them at older shops, but the paints are always very old, so I'm afraid to buy them. Ian, Rich, you are a true modeler. I have boxes of unfinished kits. Adam says, Mikey, always remember, I get a discount. Well, the whole reason I went there is because I had the 5% off for my birthday voucher that you get when you're a member of Hobbycraft. £5 off even, not 5%.
Well,
so I ended up coming out with a couple of sets of new paint brushes because they were only like £4 each. So I got a couple of sets for I think it's £5. Right. So that's painted. That's corrected. Now we can start sticking the bloody thing together. So that needs to go there like that. That needs to go there. And that needs to be bent slightly outwards so that it fits into there. There we go. Right. So put a dab of glue in there. Just a wee dab.
Oh,
right. Rich says one of them needs painting and then just putting together. Nice. What matters is that you're enjoying it and you're not giving up on it. That's important. Because it could be quite, especially with scale modeling, it'd be quite easy to just give up. Especially if you're on a tough kit or something. Would you agree, John?
Absolutely.
I think that's where a lot of new modelers end up giving up, isn't it? They get kit that's too advanced for them.
I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe they just sort of give it a go and don't enjoy it. Fact is, I don't know, and I'm not one to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if, like, talking to say, Dave from Hobbyco, what he was saying was we're talking about COVID and all that sort of stuff.
Yes.
I said, because obviously they do games and jigsaws as well as hobby kits, training sets, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was saying, with COVID, like, he was talking about the difficulties first, but basically because no one knew how to treat, what was going on around us.
Yeah.
Then, like, once they were able to get, sort out their, they had just done, I think they had just uploaded like a new web page sort of thing like that, but they hadn't had all the intricacies sort of ironed out when it all hit. He said, but once that was sorted, I asked him if he saw a downturn then, right, once people sort of started being able to, leave their homes.
Yeah.
And he said, no, it's pretty much stayed the same. He reckons that most of the people that found modelling again are still at it, which is wonderful news. I don't know the actual figures, of course, and it's commercial in confidence.
Yeah. It's good to hear, isn't it? And it's nice to see youngsters getting more involved in things. But I know people keep saying, "Oh, we need to encourage women and encourage youngsters to join the hobby." I wouldn't say we need to do that, but I'd say I think it's a bad turn of phrase saying we need to, encourage other women and children into the hobby. I think a better phrase would be we need to make sure we make them feel welcome if they choose the hobby.
Well, absolutely. But I also think that, if your hobby is, say, doing those 3D book nooks or anything at all, just enjoy that. I am still, like everyone else, waiting for the Airfix and the Revell flower sets to come out. As to whether they'd be as big sellers as... Because I think even Lego would have to be somewhat chuffed with how successful their line of flowers have been.
Yeah. Well, even Kay quite enjoyed doing the sort of Lego adjacent ones. She quite enjoyed it. Oh, 2 seconds. Hopefully that sorted it. No.
No, still there.
Hello. There you go. Headphones are working now.
Oh, nice. All right, so I won't do the relays on that panel yet. I'll just keep going with, I think, the other side. Oh, no, either way. So either make up all these relays and stick them on there, or make up all this. I've done that. Oh, no, I should go do that. What have I got? 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
Okay. 18.
A couple of comments. Ian says, I've got kits from the 90s that need finishing. I should dig those out. Worth a fortune now. Probably. Ian says, if I haven't started them. Paul, harder the kits, the better for me. Yeah. I don't think I found a kit that's particularly difficult. It's more learning where you need to slow down with them.
Well, it's that omnibus. If you can finish that omnibus like you did, then nothing can defeat you, I think, because that was a challenging build.
Yeah. It's just enjoying a build enough to be willing to slow down and take things one step at a time rather than trying to rush through it. And also learn. I think part of when you become more experienced as well is you learn. When you read ahead in the manual, you go, right, okay, this is what the first 5 steps are. But if I do, instead of doing step 5, if I do step 7 and come back, then that'll make things a lot easier. It's learning how to judge that as well. For example, with this, I got up to step 8 and then realized that if I didn't paint it, then it was going to make things a lot more difficult. After trying to paint it after I put it together. So instead, I skipped forwards to step 12, worked 11 and 12, and then painted everything. And now I've put everything together, which makes things a lot easier. Jim says, I always advise those novices that are asking, start with a simple kit, take baby steps, and enjoy the process. Airfix starter sets are perfect for that. Yeah, they are. I'd agree with that. I think it's got to be a subject that you're interested in as well, especially when you're starting.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh,
God, that looks awful. Let's have a look. See if we can do a bit more with that. I think I need to put some varnish on it. That's what it is. There we go. Jim says, if I could walk like that, I would need aftershave lotion. I wouldn't need aftershave lotion. Okay. Right. What's next? We've got 10 minutes left. I've got enough time to put this on, I think. Provided I don't snap anything. Ooh, springy. Right.
So I need to get up 7 in the morning. Just my daughter's car is subject to recall. Fuel pump. Honda saying that, it won't necessarily die, but if it does, you'll stop
driving
wherever you are. Yeah, so it's unsafe, so we'll change it for free. Now she was sent, I think, 6 notices to say, bring it in. So when she finally booked it, it's meant to be 2 months ago.
Yeah. Sounds like my doctor with me.
Tomorrow, and then the night before, she got a message to say, the part's not here. come in 2 months' time. So anyway, the bit I find slightly annoying is, why is it me having to take a car in?
Did you not go, you adult, you do it?
Mm.
Your responsibility as a driver.
I'll just, so I'll have 3 mornings getting up early. Tomorrow the fuel pump, then Anzac Day, and then the podcast.
Oh. See, at least you don't have to get up early with me. You just go to bed late.
Well,
which sounds even dodgier. There we go.
Okay, come on.
There we go. Ooh, nearly. Yeah, man. There we go. Lovely fit. Well done. Well done, Airfix.
So what did you throw together then? The frame.
Yeah. Which is really out of focus for some reason. There we go. Sorry, peeps. I didn't realise it was out of focus.
Bum, bum, bottom.
There you go. Let's throw that in nice. This is looking pretty cool. I just realised there's no point painting that because I don't need to. It's not going to be bloody seen again because the map table goes over the top of it. Just like that. So what I'll do. Oh, that's paintbrush. It's coming along nicely. Gefel, what are you?
I think the next, because I've done finished the Bristol fighter now. I think apart from what I'm doing on the channel with you, I'll exclusively work on the Hella Canadair 415. I can get that done.
Yeah.
Get that out.
How's that going?
It's just pink all over. It looks sort of weird. Well, look, I'll show you that now.
Is it an LG TV Plus plane?
Yeah, probably. So yeah, bright pink.
Oh wow, that is bright pink.
Yeah, so it's ready for or I'm going to start with white stripe on the wing, mask that up, then red, mask that up, yellow, and then red details and everything else. But
yeah,
it's not bad. Like the fit is pretty good. I haven't had any problems with it at all. I think maybe he's right that people have complained about Hella. The sort of people wouldn't want to bloody build one anyway. So why would they even talk about them?
People whinging for the sake of whinging.
Yeah, with me, I'm just like, want me to build that? Yeah. The box is bent, so you won't be able to sell it anyway. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll give it a bill.
Yeah. But again, it's like we were just saying. There's no such thing as a bad kit. It's just learning to take your time and, approach it sensibly.
Yeah.
Or learning how to approach a kit, shall we say.
All right. Well, I won't fold up the rest of this now because it's time to go.
Yeah, I'm just gluing this bit on and I'll be done.
But, the only thing I'll do off camera is... where we go? Let's go to the other camera, idiot. So this is the pilot's trim panel and everything else. So the orange bits are shave off, which I've done. Red is cut away, which I've done. That's the old plastic map pocket there. And I've got one that I need to bend and fold up to replace that. And then that PE goes, this bit of photo etch goes on the backing there.
Yeah.
And then there's another box at the front of the mat pouch. And yeah, like that. And then on the other side, yeah, as shown earlier, I've dropped the panel in place, but it needs, well, a whole heap of relays on that. But
Yeah.
it's nice. It looks, yeah, looks busy.
Yeah.
You'll see it. It'll be beside. Well, this one doesn't have a gunner, but it's yeah, the rear dude. So it'll be the radio operator, navigator, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the operative. There we go. So yeah, it's so far so good. I mean, I haven't glued. I don't think I've glued any plastic together today. It's been probably first half of the show relearning the instructions and what I need to change and what to affect and all that stuff like that. But then again, I've done a lot of painting. It's all, you know, now it's like, you know, I've got bits of the interior green as well as aluminium, and yeah. The only change that'll happen here is the flat bits there aren't the frame per se, but that'll be, you know, the bottom of the aircraft. So I'll be painting them pink, which is a colour of doped linen on the inside.
Yeah. There you go. That's what I've done.
That's looking awesome.
It is, isn't it? I like it.
The
only thing I'm not so sure about is the back end of this. I think I might have cut it wrong when I cut it off the sprue. But I can work with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I can work with that. It'll be fine. It's not, once the fuselage is on, it's not like it's going to move anywhere anyway.
No, you're right.
Probably get some clamps. There you go. Clamp that up. Right. Okay. Right. There we go. So yeah, we're not done too bad, I think, considering most of the show's been me rambling away. I've got a last couple of comments. Julian says, Soz interrupted without warning. What I was going to say was Katie Price has been banned for driving for the 7th time. Any normal person would have been banned for life after probably 3. Yeah. True. She's a menace. She put a post up the other day asking if anyone would be prepared to drive around because she's lost her license again. Julian says, if I could walk like that, I'd need the wheelchair. Or I wouldn't need the wheelchair. Julian says, there's only one I haven't finished yet. Several figures sort of painted-ish. Stalled modelling and irritated with myself. Well, don't get irritated, dude. Right. Myself and John and Waitrose and Tim, probably. And hopefully Mr. Morris will be back tomorrow for the members choice build. You'll have to bear with me with the outro because I'm not sure how to do it as efficiently as it used to be done. But see you tomorrow, 12 o'clock. Until then, it's still bad for now.